Brought him on because it's a thing you guys all want to do. I know you guys want to go viral on the interwebs.
It's grown a lot in the last year. I've been doing this for 21 years at this point, social media marketing, growing a following and monetizing it.
And you'd be amazed at how many people have spent 3 years building 1 million followers who are fucking broke.
It's just somehow ingrained in their head that the only way to make money on social media is to become monetized.
Tools scale, just so you guys know, way better than services. Like, there's a reason why when you sell a service business, you get a 2 to 3x. When you sell a software business, you get a 20x.
Now, like, my opinion on the new lead magnet is not even ebooks or lists of courses. It's creating a software tool that helps them take action.
Yo, it's Frankie Finn. Beach mode engaged. Looms loaded, AI's humming. Let's go!
All right. What is up, you beautiful, amazing, talented, good-looking motherfuckers? You guys are in for a treat. I brought on our man, Austin Armstrong, partly because he has kind of hacked the source code for going viral. He's also created a really cool video editing software called Syllabi. You guys should check out that as well. But today, I brought him on because it's a thing you guys all want to do. I know you guys want to go viral on the interwebs. I know you want people to find your shit. I know it feels like the algorithm is holding you down. And this guy is just cranking out what I would call like hit record after hit record. Austin, if we could start, maybe I wonder you could tell me a little bit about like where your following was, year and a half ago, where you are today, and kind of like what's and then maybe we can talk a little bit about like, what's gotten you there.
Yeah. Well, firstly, Frankie, thanks for having me on. It's an honor to chat with you, man. We're just going to have a fun time. Yeah, it's grown a lot in the last year. I've been doing this for 21 years at this point, social media marketing, growing a following and monetizing it. And it just continues to compound. Coincidentally, I did a post yesterday on Facebook. I looked back at my memories every day. And 1 year ago, yesterday, I had hit 1 million followers on Facebook. And today I'm at 2.1 million followers on Facebook. And that's just from Facebook. So across the board, accumulatively, in the last 1 year, I've probably grown by about 1.5, 1.6 million followers.
Yeah. Can I just say that's a whole fucking city, guys? So like, we're not talking like a small result.
It's been a blessing, man. Yeah. Literally billions of views. Used it to grow multiple streams of income. I'm just blessed. I'm a nerd that loves social media, and I just keep learning and trying to keep teaching and helping people with what's working for me, and hopefully it helps other people.
Yeah. So let's talk about like, you got the new book Virality that's coming out. Like, I don't think enough people realize this. There you go, buddy. That's the first physical copy I've seen. I've only seen
physical copy.
I've only seen the Kindle stuff going around. You guys, by the way, can you hold that up for a second?
Yeah.
Go pre-order that shit because I'm buying it. So if I'm buying it, usually that means at the very least you're going to get a couple good ideas in there. There you go.
You can do this stupid thing.
So let's talk a little bit about the formula going viral. Let's talk a little bit about the secret sauce that's inside there. I wonder if you could tell, and also maybe you could contrast that. Like you haven't always gone viral. Like I think people like think this is just like you got some secret Midas magic touch, but like you've definitely, I'm sure, had content not go viral long before that. So I wonder if we could talk kind of like before and after you kind of found the formula.
Oh yeah, and still do, man. It's like I'll post something that will fall flat on its face every single day. It's just about getting those reps in, getting those practice shots, those practice at bats that will stack the odds in your favor. And the more that you post, the more trends that you'll notice of what works, what triggers an emotional response, what actually gets more engagement, what are the nuances of what each individual platform looks for before it distributes it and the piece of content goes viral. So to kind of break it down into a couple different elements, I mean, first things first, you have to know what you want to get out of the platform. Virality is cool, but the whole thesis of my book is don't be a content creator, be an entrepreneur who creates content. So you have to have some systems in place to actually leverage that virality and develop multiple streams of income. So you have to know what you want to get out of this. Don't just go viral to go viral. Don't just try and get followers to get followers, because you'll burn out.
Yeah.
If you don't have a why, a purpose, a reason, there's no real reason to do it in the first place except for your own vanity.
Yeah.
And then what, after that, like if you only have your own vanity metrics, that there's no results from doing it, you're not going to continue doing it because you're not being helping anyone in a meaningful way, and there's no like ROI on your time. So you have to figure out what it is that you want to get out of it, who your target niche is, who you want to reach, what are the emotional pain points that they're dealing with, what are their interests, what are their hobbies, how can you at the highest, broadest level attract those viewers and those people into your ecosystem that then you can nurture and do other things. So you have to have clarity on that first.
Yeah.
After assuming you have that clarity, you're like, Austin, I know who I've got a business. I'm an agency owner. I'm trying to attract more clients. How do I get more clients with viral content? Something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The very first thing that you need to do in your content is have a strong emotion hook that stops that scroll. And this is in any format of content. It could be a video, it could be text, it could be an image. Even in a video, an opening hook can be a striking visual element. It can be something that you say. It can be text on the screen. You have to stop that scroll immediately because we're in this era of infinite content.
Yeah. Can I just say one little thing on that, Austin?
Yeah, go ahead.
A lot of the platforms have reached a tipping point now where there's more content than people to consume it. Like, and AI is only going to
100%.
accelerate that. So, like, what you're saying is extra important.
Yeah. I mean, it's noisy online. There's so much garbage out there, and there's so much just content being pumped out, even more so with AI. And that's why it's important to like know these best practices so that you can leverage AI to not just create more noise and garbage, but do it in a meaningful way that's going to actually capture attention, nurture that audience, and then tell them what to do next. So stop the scroll. Powerful opening hook. It can be visual, it can be audible, it can be text on screen, a text post, an image, however you want. And then you want to kind of like from there just lead the conversation a little bit. So I have a framework in here, the start video framework, but it really can apply to everything. And let's talk about a problem, talk about an emotional pain point that is going to resonate with your target audience. You've stopped their scroll. Now talk about a problem that's relevant to them. And then if you can work in, so specifically for videos, but you can do this in multi-form content too, have something that elicits an emotional response, either positive or negative. Make a black and white statement. Something like, here's why Elon Musk was right, or here's what Elon Musk did wrong. I don't care what side you're on. If you say something like that, you're going to trigger an emotional response because he's a polarizing character. Yeah. Or you can say something like, stop going to college, follow these 5 Facebook profiles or LinkedIn profiles or whatever. Instead, you're going to learn more, right? It's helpful information, but it's a controversial statement somewhere in there. Or I will make purposeful errors in my videos. Like I will show a useful website or an AI software tool, and then right below the URL, I'll plan a little folder. And in that folder, it'll say something that you can't ignore. It'll be like DonaldTrumpNude or NUD ... and it'll link to like OnlyFans website. So the OnlyFans like logo is there. And I don't make any mention of it. It's just there in clear sight. Without fail, I've been doing this for like 4 years at this point. People run to the comments. Anyone else see that thing? I thought I was the only one. It causes comment strings where multiple people are responding to each other and engaging, but the video is looping in the background, still increasing view duration. And so if you just work in a couple of these like strong opening hook, know the problem, have some controversial or emotion eliciting response, something that you say or something that you write in there, you're going to drastically increase your engagement, stack the odds in your favor. And it's just enough of those signals that bubble up so that any of these platforms have enough user signals to then distribute it to lookalike audiences, and that's where real virality happens. But it starts on those individual elements.
Yeah, it's funny. We're friends over here with Ken Moskowitz, who's written 10
Oh
winning
yeah.
Super Bowl ads, and Chris Walker, who's engineered his own viral formula in the SEO space. And
Hmm.
both of them said the exact same thing that you did, that, we always try and start with benefits and hook and things like that. But if you don't have an emotional reason for people to stop scrolling, they never get into the details of that. And, I was talking to Chris about this, and I remember he said, like, if he just puts Elon Musk in a post, like people will spend the next 27 hours arguing in the comments, and it only just bumps up his engagement and his followers and his view count and
Yep.
things like that. So I love what you said about that, because I think there's a tendency to think, I just do some boring shit. I just rank websites, I make websites, run pay-per-click campaigns, and thinking your shit as boring, and then thinking, I don't really have anything emotional about what I do. And what you're kind of really talking about is it can be borrowed. Like, there's an emotional reaction to Donald Trump and OnlyFans, by the way, right? Without you having to engineer that, right? Like that's something that you're kind of tapping into that. I remember when, I'm one of these guys, I don't watch any TV, but I remember when Chris Rock or Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and all of a sudden, like, I can see 87 people on social media all reacting to the same thing at the same time. But like, you can use that shit. I wonder if you talk a little bit, because you said something really intelligent, like, don't be a fucking content creator. What I would call, don't be a stupid fucking dancing monkey trying to just like sell OnlyFans. You're not here to shake your ass. Like, we're obviously using this for the game of business to hopefully drive something that you guys do of value. I wonder if you could talk about like tying in the virality formula to also like simultaneously, advancing your business agenda. So it's not just like you said, we don't want to be viral, because I actually have taught people in my second book how to acquire channels and audiences and email lists and Facebook communities. And you'd be amazed at how many people have spent 3 years building 1 million followers who are fucking broke, like straight up just fucking broke. And they're
Yeah.
they're just hoping one day a corporate sponsorship falls out of the sky. But you're obviously using this to grow a business. This isn't just about viral, just, to tell your friends, like, look, I got 1 million followers. In fact, I'm actually just going to buy a TikTok channel, right? Probably today, that's got 500,000 followers for $50, because the guy doesn't know how to monetize it. He's figured out the viral, not the selling component of it. So I wonder if you could talk about like tying that together, because it's not
Yeah.
like we just want to go, what you're selling to me is the most important thing. It's not just virality, but it's also like, like going somewhere with it, which is, as you mentioned, to your product, to your service, to benefit your audience in some way.
Yeah. So the biggest thing that I see aspiring content creators or anybody that wants to grow on social media, it's just somehow ingrained in their head that the only way to make money on social media is to become monetized, get into, YouTube's ad rev program, or become monetized on Facebook. I see these comments literally
Yeah.
every day,
You can
and
make
it's these pages.
$6 for 1 million fucking views. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just bullshit revenue, right? It's not like it can become a decent amount, but like that's the last thing that you should ever focus on. And some people never even achieve that. Like I know some people that are in countries in Africa or in other worlds where like Facebook monetization is not turned on and never will be turned on, and they're like, "Oh, I can't make any money. I have 500,000 followers and I reach tens of millions of people, but I'll never make any money." You have 10 million eyeballs that you can do something with. They are interested in you and what you're talking about. And so, like, there's so many different ways that you can generate revenue and develop multiple streams of income. As an agency owner, one of the biggest things that I did was lead them through a funnel. To get them on just a Calendly call, to be honest, but it also led into affiliate marketing sales. So what I did when I started to grow on TikTok, for instance, I was just doing an interview about this earlier and was talking about this, but what I thought my lead magnet that people wanted in exchange for their emails, I thought it was a TikTok for business guide. Here's how, you can, here's an ebook. Here, you enter your email, it'll show you step by step how to do it. And I might have gotten, 50 emails a week or something on that, fine. But my top of the funnel oriented content to bring business owners and entrepreneurs into my ecosystem was sharing useful websites for business owners. So a series like these 5 websites feel illegal to know, or silly, goofy stuff like that.
Mhm.
And what I kept seeing in the comments was, do you have a list? Do you have a list? You share so many websites. Please put together a list. And so I did that. I put together a big list of all of these websites that I share that happen to be affiliate links. And then I switched my lead magnet to enter your email and get my list of my top 150 favorite websites. And that enters them into my email list. And it switched it immediately from like 50 a week to almost 1,000 a week, sometimes more than 1,000 a week, because it was just a complete mindset shift of what people were actually interested in and paying attention in the comments. And so that funnel went from they enter their email address, they get an email that says welcome, and if you want to schedule a call with me, here you can jump on a one-on-one call, no pressure. We'll just chat about your needs, see if I can help you in any way. Here's the link to the 150 websites. All of the 150 websites are an affiliate program. And so it drives recurring revenue that way. It generated way more leads, and all because I just switched my lead magnet and have that very accessible. So in the comment section of every post or in your bio, just have that be present, or you can even say it at the end of your video and use a high level or ManyChat automation and be like, comment the word boom and I'll DM you the link to my favorite 150 tools or whatever.
I heard the word boob.
Boob. Yeah. You know, hey,
Comment
you choose you.
and I'll send you my OnlyFans link. There
Comment. Yeah. Give me a little squeak boob. But like, so affiliate marketing is a great way. You can do lead generation. If you're using an email platform like Beehive, for instance, they have this amazing boost program where newsletters pay to be in front of your email subscribe form. So they'll pay you like $1 or $2 an email for everybody that you send. So just by growing my email list and saying, enter your list in there, anybody that also signs up for a related newsletter, I get $1 or $2 a sign up there that's verified. And so that stacks up as another stream of income. When you're creating tools in a particular niche, like I share these AI tools for business owners and entrepreneurs. Well, now we live in a very interesting AI time where vibe coding exists. So now, like, my opinion on the new lead magnet is not even ebooks or lists of courses. It's creating a software tool that helps them take action. So yeah. I've launched like 5 or 6 different micro SaaS tools that I vibe coded in Replit or Manus or Lovable. And I can sell that for $5 a month. And that creates my own recurring revenue. And then inside those tools, I actually upsell my other software tools. Yeah. So it creates this like flywheel.
Can I just say something on there? That what you just said is like, it's just personal opinion, but you guys all need to be doing that, because like if you give somebody a choice between a course, like let's say Facebook ads, where you're going to give them 75 hours of content to learn how to do it, or a tool that helps you create your winning ads based on all the material, everybody on fucking earth would rather have the second one that actually helps you like turn 100%. It into action. And so you guys have tons of useful stuff that in this day and age, even if you're not a software programmer, you can go to tools like, as you mentioned, vibe coding, and there's some other ones, Windsurf and Bolt and those kind of things. But you guys can, for a couple dollars a month, create an actual tool that somebody can go use. Anyways, I'll get off my soapbox and let you continue, brother.
No, that was pretty much it. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can monetize. Like everybody just goes to like ad revenue or merch. Yeah. And there was like a story years ago of like a beautiful like Instagram model that had 5 million followers, and she launched her merch and sold like $1,000 or something like that. And it's like they don't know how to monetize, right? So you have to build these business backend systems and multiple streams, and ideally multiple streams that are recurring revenue.
Yeah, I love that, dude, because to me, like, what you're kind of preaching is about, serve the audience first, and as you mentioned, people know me as the close without sales calls guys, but I think the best way to figure out what to sell through video is to do exactly what you said. Just offer people a few free calls book a time, just shut your fucking mouth and listen. Don't look at this as I got to make a sale, but listen as what are you stuck on? What challenges? And either A, build it if it doesn't exist, or B, recommend something, as an affiliate that does. And it's really that easy. And as a general rule, as you build an audience, what you're going to find is, I always say, like, in the agency world, like whatever one lawyer has a problem with, 1,000 of them have a problem with. Whatever one person in your audience has a problem with, 1,000 other people do at least. And so, you have the opportunity in this day and age to build it once and rent it. And cool thing about tools, as mentioned, why I'm such a fan of what you just said, is like, tools scale, just so you guys know, way better than services. Like there's a reason why when you sell a service business, you get a 2 to 3x. When you sell a software business, you get a 20x. Why is that? Because somebody can walk into a tools business. Like if somebody wanted to buy Austin's little micro SaaS, it would be way easier for them to step in and do it plug and play than if he said, well, I run a service for, $100 a month where I'll help you build this. And so, what he's really talking about is like, help your folks take action. Just because I know we're kind of up against the clock here a little bit. I want to use kind of the last few minutes. Tell me, just give me a couple of bullet points about the book. Tell me, obviously they can get it on Amazon, but tell them a little bit more about that. And then tell me a little bit about Syllabi for folks who've never heard of that as well.
Yeah, well, thanks, man. The book is broken into two parts. So the first part of the book is somewhat autobiographical, I guess, but it's like a collection of 20 years of lessons specifically for marketing. So from being the person in the back of a room at a conference to 6 years later owning that conference and just like playing the long game over time, to failing flat on my face because I took the initiative to personally go up to LA and interview a team of Oscar-nominated filmmakers. And I only had one camera, one battery, no tripod, and a Tascam microphone, no clip-on, and like I epic failure across the board. They ended up winning the Oscar. None of the footage was usable, but I learned so many valuable lessons from those experiences. So just a collection of like actionable marketing oriented stories. And then part two is like what you all really care about outside of my story. It's the tactics, it's the strategies, it's the templates that you can follow, it's psychological triggers. It is very much a workbook for you for everything that you need to do for each individual social media platform to increase the likeliness that you're going viral, how to develop multiple streams of income, like I was briefly talking about here. And at the end of every chapter, there's an area for you to mark down your 3 takeaways. What are 3 things that you are going to take action on? And what is the timeline that you're going to give yourself to take action on that? The book is available for pre-order on Amazon right now. And it's live December 1st. You'll have a physical copy of it. Audiobook will be early next year. But it's a really fun book. It's like 300 pages of just action. I mean, I put my heart and soul into this thing, and I really think it's going to help a lot of people.
There you go. Badass. Wonder if you could just tell folks too a little bit about Syllabi, since we were kind of, I know we didn't necessarily wrap on that, but I think that's going to help a lot of folks.
Yeah, absolutely. So I really looked at all of the problems why people don't just create videos on social media. Like, what's preventing you from going viral? What's preventing you from getting your message out there? And a lot of the problems that I came to was that they don't know what topics to create. They don't know what to say on camera, in the script. They don't know how long a video should be. They need help staying consistent and accountable because they're busy in their own lives. Maybe they don't have time to create content consistently, or they don't have the know-how to edit, or they don't have the budget to hire a team to do it for them, and they don't have the time to be active on every social media platform, and maybe you even just don't like to be on camera for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And so I was like, these are all solvable problems. And so I had the idea for Syllabi when I was still running my marketing agency. I'm like, these are systematic steps that can be automated with software And this was even pre-AI. Syllabi started as a pre-AI software, and we added AI into it. And so what it does is it shows you all of the topics and questions, like long tail keyword questions that your customers or your prospective leads or for your clients. We have a lot of agencies that use Syllabi for their customers as well. All of those topics with data behind them, how much search volume costs per click, if it's trending up or down, so you can make the best educated decisions. We'll then generate the scripts for you, short scripts or long scripts. You can paste your own script in there. You can edit the script however you want. You can either upload your own video into our editor and edit the video yourself with B-roll and AI-generated content, or you can create the content using AI with your own AI voice clone. We integrate the latest models like Sora 2, Google VO3, Seed Dance. Anytime there's a new model, we can integrate that and create hyper-realistic videos for you on basically anything, and especially anything that your clients are searching for online. But then you can connect all of your social media pages as well. We integrate with every social media platform. And you can optimize for every platform as well. So with a click of a button, it'll automatically generate you a title, a description, all of the tags, thumbnails, everything that you need. And there's a call to action area in there. So you can add a link to whatever lead magnet that you want, your calendar, your affiliate links, anything. And you can automate the entire process for up to 30 days. Actually, the Premier plan is unlimited. So you could basically schedule an unlimited amount of content that goes out on every single one of your social media platforms that follows the framework, and you have full custom control along the way. So it doesn't have to be entirely AI. In fact, I don't want you to fully rely on AI. You just have that option. Come in with your expertise, your mindset, your human touch, your nuance. Come in and let Syllabi be that tool that helps you or your clients stay more consistent with video.
Yeah, I was today years old when I learned it's pronounced syllabi instead of syllabi, but I'm sure I'm not the first person who's mispronounced.
Oh, it's an uphill battle, man. It's an uphill battle.
Anyways, folks, Austin Armstrong, make sure you follow this motherfucker because he's putting out good shit daily. And, he's one of the good guys in our space. And you guys, you guys want to be ahead of the curve with all things AI, like out of the box thinker. Like you need to be paying attention to this cat. Plus, as I mentioned, he's got a very cool conference as well. So you guys may want to check that out as well. Anyways, we appreciate you, brother, coming on here and doing this. And thanks for dropping some gems. And guys, grab that fucking book.
Let's go. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for having me on.
Buy my book or I will make it so your favorite website redirects to midget porn.